Hey, so welcome to this training session on focus and find. So this is in the principles of selling, which is really all about helping people. You're trying to find either pains that you can solve for them or enhancing their business already. You know, with what they're using at the moment, you can enhance that, you can speed things up. But you've got to focus in on these type of things and find the things that will resonate with them. And we call them the CRBs, the compelling reasons to buy. So let's jump in here, because it's now all about focus and find. It's now all about consultative selling and solution-based selling rather than the old school transactional selling. So let's jump straight in. So first and foremost, I want you to think about a customer-centric approach. The customer is the most important thing. You've heard me say it's the mindset of a doctor. Can you help them? So solution-based selling revolves around putting the customer at the center of the sales process. Now, I will say to salespeople, whether it's face-to-face or on the phone, especially in face-to-face, I'm a very visual learner, so I imagine a spotlight on the customer when they are talking. And my job is, in the discovery side of things, is to find CRBs, compelling reasons for them to buy. Can I find pains that I can cure for them? Can I enhance their business in any way? And that's what I'm looking for. But when I do find it, I'm not selling. I'm just taking note of it, because the discovery stage is not the time to sell. And you'll learn that in the qualifying questioning quadrant. So solution-based selling revolves around putting the customer at the center of the sales process. That spotlight is on them. And it's also putting the salesperson, into the spotlight, that their aim is to deeply understand the customer's business, their pain points and objectives, to provide customized solutions. So when it's a customer-centric approach, it's all about them, nothing to do with me or the product at that point in time. The spotlight is on them. Then next up is doing your needs assessment. We will get into this in great detail on the qualifying questioning quadrant. There's a few things I want you to remember here when we're looking at consultative selling. The salesperson conducts a comprehensive needs assessment by engaging in active listening, and we've got some modules on that, asking probing questions, and gathering information about the customer's requirements. Now, you'll have heard me say this before, and I'll reinforce it. But you want to always remember that the selling is done in the discovery stage by the prospect's answers to your well-crafted questions. The selling is done at the discovery stage by the prospect's answers to your well-crafted questions. You're not selling on the discovery by pushing your product. As soon as you find a pain, don't go into pitch mode. Take note of it and keep it there. But the selling is really done within the customer because of your well-crafted questions. So keep that in mind when you're at the needs assessment stage. Now, this will help uncover specific challenges the customer is facing. So that's our whole point. That goes back to the CRBs, compelling reasons to buy. And if you are in a job role where you book appointments, it could stand for compelling reasons to book. So make sure that your job is to find the reasons why. Next up then is thinking about your value proposition. So once the customer's needs are identified, salesperson develops a value proposition that outlines how their product or service can solve the customer's problems and deliver tangible benefits. Now, that's what I call linking. So you're linking together their pains, their problems, the needs where you can enhance, and you're slotting them right into what your solutions, what you can provide for them that will counter, that will help that. The focus is on communicating the unique value and competitive advantage that you can offer compared to someone else. Next part that we look to on the focus and find is the customization. So that's really the solution-based selling involves tailoring your solution to meet the customer's specific needs. So once again, just what we've been speaking about here, you're tailoring them, you're linking them together by, as I said to you, the selling's done at the discovery by the prospect's answers to your well-crafted questions. So it's almost like you've got a list of CRBs, compelling reasons to buy, what's important to them, and then you're going to bring it all together in your presentation. So this may involve adapting products, services, or processes to align with the customer's goals and preferences. you're tailoring their needs and linking them all together. Collaboration. I always say to salespeople nowadays that, act as a consultant and collaborates with the customer to co-create the solution. And I always say to my salespeople that it's almost like if you can imagine you're in a boardroom, you're sitting on the same side of the table as them, rather than years ago you're straight across them face to face. You're sitting in the same side as them, consulting with them, working together to see if you can help them and if you're the best solution for them. And it's a win-win. And it takes the sales pressure off as well. Then we've got it may involving technical experts, engineers, or other stakeholders to develop the most effective solution. So it depends on what you're selling and who you're selling it to, but there may be a lot more involved, a lot more decision makers involved. I think they say the average, it's definitely went up. I think the average is about 3 to 5 decision makers now in a buying process. So there is a lot more that you may have to involve in that collaboration process. And another thing, just touching on that collaboration process, is make sure that when you are speaking to someone, you know the buying process, you know who's going to be involved, because it may be that you're speaking with someone that then has to take it to the main people, and then they will come on a call if they feel it's useful. So you need to understand their buying process. And there's little key things that you can say, like, apart from yourself, Steve, who else is in this buying process when you purchase something like this? Could you just talk me through that? That would really help me. So it's like understanding that as well. And then one of the key things that you have to remember when selling nowadays is solution-based selling emphasizes the outcomes and results that the customer can expect from the proposed solution. Focus in on the results that they'll get. Focus in on the return on investment. Focus in on the time that you will save for them. Focus in on the money you could save for them. So whatever it is, you've got to focus in on the results. I always say to people in sales training, you're not investing in sales training. You're not paying for sales training. You're paying for a result. That's all you care about. And I think in most businesses, it is the result that they care about. So the salesperson will also quantify the potential return on investment, as I've said, and demonstrate how the solution will positively impact the customer's business. So always, when you're presenting that, remember it's about them. It's about their results that you can provide for them. It's about providing their return on investment. And then finally, consultative selling and solution-based selling is all about long-term relationships. So it's not just about closing that single sale. It aims to establish long-term relationships with the customer. The salesperson focuses on building trust, providing ongoing support, and becoming a trusted advisor to the customer. So you have to remember that you're building that connection for long-term. And, for myself, I built my business mindset on repeat business with customers. They would come back. My clients need me again. They've got new influx of staff. They want me back there again. So it was very easy for me to build the business over the years because I had such a good relationship with my customers and some really good results. So very important that when you're taking on this collaborative approach and you have the mindset of a doctor, can you help them? You come across as less pushy and you're there for that long-term relationship. So I hope these little insights into the principles of focus and find. Focus in on them, the customer. It's all about them. Focus in on how you can help them. Focus in on their pains, their problems. What's important to them? How can you enhance the results they're getting out of their business? Find the CRBs, the compelling reasons to buy. You should really be looking at a minimum of 3, and that doesn't include price. So price is a given. If someone says, if you say to them what's important to you and they say price, you say, that's great. Yeah, that's a given. What else? And you build up at least 3 compelling reasons to buy, not including price. So if you can start getting used to that, imagine that you've got the doctor's mindset on one shoulder, you've got the inquisitive nature of Sherlock Holmes in the other. You really want to deep dive into it. And that's where we'll go later on in this program when we teach you the qualifying questioning quadrant, which is the questioning skills to get them to tell you everything that you need to be told, to make, find your CRBs and make a great presentation to them, which ends up a no-brainer because you can fix everything that they need. So there you have it. Long-term relationships is what we'll finish up on here for the focus and find. Always remember, guys, that it's not about us. It's not about our product. It's about, can we help the customer, and does our product or service actually help them? and get them to where they want to be. And that's what you're focusing in on, their problems, and you're focusing in on that to find if we have the solutions for them, and we work collaboratively for long-term relationships. I hope this has helped, and I'll see you in the next video.